Welcome everyone. আজকে আমরা one word substitution দেখব। One who is all powerful তাকে বলা হয় omnipotent. One who is all powerful, omnipotent. One who is recovering from illness, convalescent. One who knows everything, omniscient. One who knows everything, omniscient. One who is present everywhere, omnipresent. One who is present everywhere, omnipresent. One who unduly forwards in rendering services for others is not generally liked in society, officious. One who is out to subvert a government, anarchist. One who can speak two languages, bilingual. One who looks on the bright side of things, optimist. Optimist. One who looks on the dark side of the things, pessimist. One who copies from other writers, plagiarist. Who copies from other writers, এটা হচ্ছে plagiarist. One who knows many languages, polyglot. One who thinks only of welfare of women, feminist. One who is quite like a woman, effeminate. One who speaks less, reticent. One who believes in fate, fatalist. A government by the people, democracy. A government by the officials, bureaucracy. A government by the few, oligarchy. A government by one, autocracy. A person who rules without consulting others, autocrat. That through which light can pass, transparent. A dwarfed ornamental tree or shrub grown in a tray or shallow pot, bonsai. A person who undertakes a journey to a holy place, pilgrim. The dead body of an animal, especially of a large one or of one that is ready for cutting up as meat, is known as carcass. The dead body of an animal, especially of a large one or of one that is ready for cutting up as meat, is known as carcass. One who is easily deceived, gullible. আমার পড়তে সমস্যা হচ্ছে কারণ আমি ভিডিওতেই করছি তো সেজন্য আমার দেখতেও সমস্যা হচ্ছে, পড়তেও সমস্যা হচ্ছে। One who can do anything for money, এটা কি mercenary, চোখে দেখতেও সমস্যা হচ্ছে, mercenary. One who does not make mistakes, infallible. One who has no money, pauper. One who changes sides, turncoat. Who works for free, volunteer. One who loves book, bibliophile. One who loves mankind, philanthropist. One who hates mankind, misanthrope. One who helps others, good, Samaritan. Who helps others, good, Samaritan. One who doubts the existence of God, agnostic. One who pretends to be what he is not, hypocrite. One who hates women, misogynist. One who thinks only of himself, egoist. one who is indifferent to pleasure or pain, stole, one who has strange habits, eccentric, one who goes on foot, pedestrian, one who dies without a will, intestate, a government by a king or queen, monarchy, a government by the rich, plutocracy, a government by the nobles, aristocracy, rule by the mob, mobocracy, that through which light can partly pass, translucent, a sentence whose meaning is unclear, ambiguous, a life history written by oneself, autobiography, a grass eating animal, herbivorous, a flesh eating animal, carnivorous, one who is a specialist in heart and its diseases, cardiologist. A person leaves his or her country to settle in another country, immigrant. One who lives in a foreign country, immigrant. Practice of having several wives, polygamy. Practice of having one wife or husband, monogamy. That which is not likely to happen, improbable. A life history written by somebody else, biography. People who work together, colleagues. A place where orphans live, orphanage. One who is newcomer, neophyte. That which is against law, illegal. A game in which no one wins, draw. A study of races, ethnology. Study of animals, zoology. Study of ancient things, archaeology. The study of religion, theology. Murder of a human being, homicide. Murder of an infant, infanticide. To write under a different name, pseudonym. A handwriting that cannot be read, illegible. One who is greedy for money, avaricious. One who does not know how to read and write, illiterate. Violating the sanctity of a church, sacrilege. A person who writes and edits dictionaries called a lexicographer. Someone who writes plays is called a playwright. Two contradictory things in the same statement, equivocation. A number of singers in a church is called choir. A kidnapping. Abduction. The people who carry a coffin at a funeral are called pallbearers. A person who hates the company of others is unsociable. That which cannot be avoided, inevitable. Practice of having two wives or husbands, bigamy. A book published after the death of its author, posthumous. A book written by an unknown author, anonymous. One who eats too much, glutton. One who questions everything, cynic. আমার দেখতে খুবই অসুবিধা হচ্ছে, আনফর্চুনেটলি আমি চশমা দিয়ে শুরু করিনি। That which is lawful, legal. One who is unmarried, celibate. A study of man, anthropology. Study of the body, physiology. আরও ব্লার হয়ে গেলে আরও বেশি সমস্যা হচ্ছে। Study of the body, physiology. Study of birds, ornithology. Study of derivation of words, etymology. Study murder of a mother, matricide. Murder of a father, patricide. Murder of self, suicide. A thing no longer in use, obsolete. Words written on the tomb of a person, epitaph. A person's peculiar habit, idiosyncrasy. One who can through his voice, ventriloquist. A formal composition or speech expressing high praise of somebody, eulogy. A person who has before another person, predecessor. আজকের ভিডিওটা এই পর্যন্তই ছিল। আমার ভাঙা ভাঙা ইংলিশের জন্য আমি দুঃখিত, কারণ আমি কিছুই দেখতে পাচ্ছি না অলমোস্ট। সো সবাই ভালো থাকবেন, আমার জন্য দোয়া করবেন। আল্লাহ হাফিজ।